Guys, what up? Welcome back. Gamblers in the House, episode 6, possibly 7 of the Atlas Crossfire 14 build. A lot of changes. We're going to pretty much stick to my template I had made on the second or third one. I know I haven't used it for a bit, but we're going to go to politics real quick. Give you guys an update. It does not say, we'll move the me. You guys can see day, I don't know, what day is it? It says day 16, 10 hours. Unfortunately, you guys can see the timer is less than 14 hours away from winning. Kind of an early one. You guys can go watch the other videos. Go watch the other videos. I'll have one of them linked above at the end with some of the Crossfire 14 maybe battles. We've had a few of them. The big one where we smashed through our biggest opponent on the map, which is a few episodes ago. And yeah, just go check out those videos if you would like to see some fighting and talking with some of my teammates that I've played with for a long time. But on this one, so we're gonna do. So I said server update, the day, which is day 16. So there is. If this played out, and this server has at least another 12 days. So this is not, you can see my stations here and what's going on the screen. So I'm going to actually jump into this real quick. We're going to card this. So you guys are going to be on the screen. You're going to see what is going on here. We've fixed it. Okay, we're going to start. You guys can see it on the screen. So I've got my 8-minute and 49-second carriers on the last eco. This was my plan in the long run. This was my long-term plan, being extremely behind with this playthrough. You guys go reference the first episode of this. I wasn't even expecting to play this server, okay? But that does not prevent you from fixing it, okay? So this is my 7th station. I found this location. You guys can go watch the last eco or last video of Crossfire Atlas build. We got our mining colony at this location, 5 range, and it's also got a 7-point moon here. So a 7-point moon, 7-point moon, and a 4 range metal position. So you can have a mining colony on your capital ship assembly station. And you guys can see with streaming, outposts, refineries, and other, this thing is passively making 10,360 metal. And this thing is not even close to being done. We have not even started on industrial complex. We have station hall is not leveled up. No RG here. And I'm going to, as soon as these are upgraded, I'm going to swap. I have a pyro on a different station. I'm going to swap it to this one because this is the way more important. I want this one's going to have a lot of metal at it. This one is a better mining colony. I want this one to have pyro. So as soon as that station hall RG and industrial complex is complete, this we're going to be swapping home guard, which is just giving me a claim strength for having my moons and some of my you can see this. I'm out claiming this MPL by 1 claim. So it's extremely important that I have this. Let's see. I mean, I technically don't need it. I don't need this one. But regardless, so this was part of this. So going over my stations and my pre-planning, not only did I have this going on, so like I said in the last video, this was a long-term plan. Getting on a 7-point. So you can see this. No. Oh, man, I'm already messed up. My bad. I did not rally these. So that first one's kind of a bust. That's okay. The server's over, but you guys got to make sure we have our card on. Yes, we do. So Astral Confluence. Make sure that you send your ships to the correct location. Why are these queuing? Did you see that? Oh no, that's why. Because we ran out of crystal. We need to send some crystal here. You guys can see this. It was not queuing. So last time on the other videos for a 24-hour station, I was able to get like 99 carriers made. So we will see. We'll see how many carriers we can queue up here. This is the difference between a 5 and a 7. The last one we had 99. This one, you guys can see that number going up. $164. So in 24 hours, a person on a 7 is going to outproduce you by almost 65 to 70 carriers a day. That's a lot. That's a lot of firepower, and that's a lot of more eco that you're gonna need. But if you can coordinate that, it's massive. So that's the difference. So you guys can see this fleet landed. It's just chilling here. Maybe we use it for. I'm gonna spy this real quick. Are we hitting this already? Yeah, we're hitting it already, but this only has 30,000 there. This has 13,000, so we'll just nuke this real quick. Long-term plan. So that was one change, okay? So the position where we had removed our last capital ship assembly, I put an HSA here. So look at this. We have already rebuilt the HSA that was at this position. This is where our capital ship assembly used to be. And now we're making gunships. Like I had already done, I already got orbital here. So we're going to be making gunships here. And then the third plan that I had made. So this was the position where my work shed used to be. Okay. I tore off work shed. I destroyed it. Now I put Bespoke on here. And Bespoke, what Bespoke's going to let me do, if this is a long-term investment, I could get Bespoke here. I could get 2 level 5 trading ports, and those could help me stream. So I've got, this is actually a not good station to do this at. So basically, Bespoke allows you to make 2 tier 2 outposts, and by making trading ports like this one, see how much passive metal this has, this output? This is how much you can stream. So this station can already have things that stream already, but just the trading port buffs that. So it loots, and you can stream these passive resources anywhere. So let's say that, like for example, if I had this station with Bespoke, I could put a massive. So this station. So my goal for this station is I'm actually going to move this trading port. I'm going to move this mining facility, and probably swap these. I'm going to swap them because look at this spot. It's got 5 large fields, but it's also got 4 metal. So this mining facility is making 1,000 metal. I can stream this metal to the station that is making my carriers. So it's just massive. But right now I'm going to show this. This is my plan for where my work shed used to be, was at this location. I'm going to get the Bespoke here, and I'm going to put like a trading port here, and I'll probably put I'm just looking for metal. That's all I want to stream is metal. So maybe I put the other one, like one there and like one here, because it's got a large and a medium and then some crystal. So I'll put trading port here and trading port here, and then from this location stream to where my Chansey station, or where my carriers are being made. And then this one, I'm going to swap these two, put the trading port here, and then stream even more metal. And then this one was the investment station. So you guys can see this. I'm getting a trading port here, send an upgrade, and then this is where I moved my Workshed Station. Oh, so I'll be able to fix this here in a second. So we ran out of diamonds, so maybe I don't know where I used it at, but regardless, look at this station. So rebuilt, and the frac head isn't even done. But look at this. Look at this. One mining facility, and where frac head isn't even finished on this thing, and this one does not have a augment. It's making 2,000 gas on it, and this one will be doing almost the exact same. So you guys can see this at 3 range, 552 metal, 528 gas, and 528 or swapped 528 metal and 552 gas. These are going to be massive changes, and you guys can see the difference. This is where they used to be, is on these two. 168 metal and 168 metal, and we moved them into places that were triple the amount of metal and like double the amount of gas. So this is, like I said, this is a long-term investment that has finally showed up, about a week after we wanted to make the change. So this station is brand new. You guys can see it. I'm going to. The only thing that's going to be making here is scouts. So I got to get my scout deal up. But this is also just going to be another eco station. But it's going to try and accomplish and help that 7-point CSA. So the only thing I want here is I'm going to go 6 red or 6 industrial buildings and do Robwell. So it's past 700. So I level when you get this, it's 750 passive streaming resources, and then if you get the streaming one, the drone launch is another 700. This thing's going to be able to stream a ton of metal plus that trading port. So this trading port is on a lot of metal and a lot of gas. This station might be able to, 2014, maybe 2,400 metal I can stream from here eventually over to where my carriers are being made. And so if I can kind of focus on that, like you guys can look around at all your stations like this. Like I said, I could swap this. This is going to be able to make more metal. I'm going to make 2 trading ports here, and that's going to stream metal. This already has Robwell on it. It does not, however. So maybe I could fix this. So I could downgrade maybe communication array. Actually, you know what? I could probably just downgrade resource bazaar. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll knock off Robwell for a minute, but I just tear down, because I already have a 2-to-1 station. I don't need this here. This was like just kind of an emergency resource bazaar I made for a 3-to-1, but I have a 2-to-1 station now, so I can get rid of this and put my I could put drone launch facility here and just get another 700 passive metal from this location to. So I'm trying to get 15, 16, 17,000 metal. That's how. I think by the end of this, if we kept playing this for another week, we could probably streamed and the station itself, we could probably get it over 20,000. That would be a realistic goal for myself on this playthrough. Would be sorry, I'm gonna try to make sure this looks okay. That's a realistic goal that I would put on myself for this, is more trading ports. We're getting 2 trading ports here, a 3rd trading port here. Fix this one. Get Robwell, or Robwell's already there. Get Robwell here. Drone launch facility here, and with the trading port, that's easily 14, 2, maybe another 4,000, maybe 4,500 metal passively that we could just send here, And so this one's already making 10,300, plus the station isn't even close to being done. So maybe this by itself might hit 14 or 15,000 metal with getting I got New Horizons here, but I think if we go Empyric Courts here, we have New Horizons, and we'll get let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. We'll just do this now. So we're just gonna go warehouse here for sure. Everything's gonna, I don't want this thing capping out because it's gonna be making a lot of resources, and we're gonna be shipping a lot of resources here. I want this thing to have a warehouse to store it. With RG, we get Empyric Courts here. So this a second tier 4 org. So we go 6-6 at this location. I'm gonna timestamp the shit out of this. We're gonna go 6-6 at this station, and then we have the mining colony already. We're gonna go a second tier 4, which is gonna be let's look down here. We're gonna go Prospect Inc. here. So it's gonna buff the mining colony that's already there. We're gonna make this, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna throw the pyro card on here. This thing is gonna be massive. This station. I'm not MPL. I'm not Zaya. I am Atlas. And if we get this thing built, this thing is going to be massive for Atlas. This will be the perfect example of what you can do if you have the ability to get your eco, get things moved around, get a good position, get it set up, get this build in place, and this thing is still lacking a ton. Station Hall, RG, Prospect Inc., Industrial Complex, and the Pyro card. This station's gonna it might hit 16,000 metal, and then we're already streaming like 3K here, and we set up 4. This station might hit 24,000 passive metal. So we'll see. I'm not lying about this. If I can get everything moved around in the next day or so, you will see that. Well, this is going to take a while to build all this stuff. So maybe 3 or 4 days from now, but you guys can see the plan. It's going to be massive. And then you guys can see my IP. So my infrastructure points here. I have another station I'm going to slam down, and I was thinking about putting it here. So at this location, all these numbers are going to go up. There's going to be a lot of gas here. So I'm thinking about putting another station here, and then putting like a station in here, and we can tag this 6 point. There's double 6 right here. 7 double 6 is massive. So if I can put maybe a station right here, and then we can outclaim this. And then I'm going to build another HSA right here, a 6 point recons from this location. So I know that's a lot of information for you guys. To kind of recap, we got the work shed moved. We got our capital ship assembly moved to way better positions, way more min-maxing for the 3 or 4 hours to move and rebuild your work shed for pennies. At this stage of the game, tearing down Workshed and rebuilding it for a couple of hours, or if you have the build our cards, you can just rush build it, and then rebuilding Frackhead does not take very long. 4 or 5. No, Frackhead does take a while, but it's a massive finding a way better position, and then streaming all those resources or freightering those resources is massive. And so let's look at this. So the Atlas plan, once again, I know that was a while. Just we're keeping our scans up. This is my fleet right now, so you guys can see this. We've been making carriers at my station right now. We got 63, so we have couple stacks of carriers. We've got recon. We've been making frigates. We've got scout spam. We've got our recons. So we're off and running with the build, and this thing would be massive now. So we are right now currently we are on 7-point CSA, 7-point HSA. Remember we have a 7-point here, and we have a 7-point here. You guys can reference this. Making 7-point recons. We're making 6-point frigates. So 6-point frigates, 5-point gunships. So 5-point gunships. And the plan, with all of this this extra gas, there's going to be a ton of it. We're going to put another station in here. So we're currently on 3 HSAs and 1 CSA, and the next station is going to be another one. We're off and running. We're going to be making a ton of recons, a decent amount on the 6-point frigates, and we're going to be making a ton of carriers, and we're going to be able to support that. You guys can see this. We're running. We've got Mao running on our capital, and we've like this whole game we've had this area to ourselves, and we've been doing nothing but running flares all the time. So you break a Mao off on this thing, and you're just constantly running flares. So you got flare income, you've got passive income, and then the other thing that we've been kind of doing is when we smashed into this, that we had like on a couple episodes ago, the Atlas plan was we pushed into this because we wanted to first of all get rid of these players, but you don't have to blow them up. Why not raid them? So here we've been raiding. This station has a level 5 mining colony at it, and this player was active up until like 2 or 3 days ago. So this station had like over 250,000 of each resource here. So me and one of my teammates have been raiding this the entire time. So this has helped pay for this station and getting Mick leveled up. And there was another station in here that we were raiding that helped pay for my frigate station to get Mick level 10 and then get the another CSA out here. So amazing situational stuff that happens when you're able to push into a team. They don't self-destruct, or they just AFK with their eco there, and you can just raid them. So really nice. Oh, that's what I was saying. So and then we've been able to, with having, right now we have 4 flare runners. We have when I rebuilt this my CSA here, this is another one, so we're redeploying a 5th flare runner, and then we have one more that's over here. So I could just take this one. We're not doing anything anymore here for a while. I do have a level 2 gate here. So this station, I have it has the fortress, so it has a level 5 fortress and a level 3 or level 2 Stargate. I'm just gonna wait. So I'm actually gonna take this and fly it back to my cap. Just a bunch of industrials I could be using for running flares. So 5 flare runners, 6 flare runners, just constant resource generation, raiding people for resource generation. Just a massive influx of passive res. So like I said, with the team play stuff, if we were fighting, like our ship production is just going to go through the roof with the 7-point carriers, getting 2 stations making recons, and then possibly a 3rd. I could stop making gunships, and I'm gonna get 2. My goal for the next week would be to get 2 or 3 stacks of gunships, and then transition and have 3 stations on recons, 1 on frigates, and then my carriers. That's a really good for sabotage, and so getting those recons out, sabotaging things, hunting other fleets down, with on my Workshed Station, both my ice stations and my other mining colony stations. So 4 stations or 5 stations on scouts, 3 stations on recons. That's a lot of sabotage. If you're doing that, if I did that for the next 5 or 6 days, just constantly had those queues full and flaring, you're gonna have big ol', you're gonna be a huge sabotage fleet. So I'm like, at this point, it's taken me, till day 17 to get extremely online, but now we're off and running. You can see this. We'll go through we're actually going to open up logistics. I can out myself, that's fine. So 60,000 metal, 50,000 metal, 14,000 metal, 30,000 metal, 10,000, 26,000. And then, so crystal, 65, 25, 25, 36, 22, 50,000. So a decent chunk of crystal, not hurting at all. So 76,000. Like I said, we have a ton of overflow of gas. Ton of gas. So 100,000 there, 120, 140, 107, probably 170,000 gas just chilling. And hitting 4 or 5 flares at a time, possibly going up to 6, raiding these people in here. It's just, it gets out of hand. And then when, when stations start getting completed at this stage of the game, your building queue will be full, or it's done. Like, stations are complete. When I open up this station, I'm not really building anything anymore here. Wait, that was wrong. So this station. You guys can see this 10, 9, 10, 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 10. I'm not building anything anymore. There's no reason for me to build things like here unless it's like I want to. So this thing is doing nothing but making recons and just a ton of resources. Recon, or not recons, but scouts only maybe use like 2,000 gas an hour. And all this is extra. So you can see how you really do start making just a ton of resources. And you can just, as long as you have the HSAs and the moons, you're going to be able to make as many ships as you want to. So I know that was a lot about eco stuff. This is a longer one. So like I said, sabotaging, I had on a previous video, if we're attacking into this, or maybe we have a fob here and we warp the fob, or we have 2 fobs here. We warp from here to here and we started attacking this. If I had, like, let's say in like a day or two, I have 5 stacks of recons and 10 stacks of scouts, that's a good chunk. Having 3 million, 4 million firepower worth of sabotage, smashing into other fleets, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. I know I don't have the biggest fleet because, like I said, I was behind. I was extremely far behind. But now that if the server had lasted another week, I would be massive. My scouts, even though I got wiped like 4 days ago. All my recons died because I said fuck it and just zerged them mid against ST, and they hit for like 2.1 million firepower. I had like 3.5 stacks of recons and like 8 stacks of scouts, hit for like 1.2 mil sabotage. Smashed into a stacked logistics hubbed cluster, which is fine. It's what happens. I went after a capital ship assembly and on a 5-hour flight, and I smashed into a huge defense fleet. That's okay. That's fine. We were already winning the server anyways. But now I show back up again, and I've got 4 million, 3 million, 5 million firepower. It's a little different story. So I could be clearing people out of the way and really getting into it. And then, if we're pushing with 2 fobs, having, like, let's see if there's anything in the air. So having things like this in the air, we have old gunship stacks like this flying in and just blowing up things and one-shotting them, or having Gatos hits like this, for 13, 14 million. This guy just sent everything, but he's Gatos. But he used carriers and used dreads and he used frigates and destroyers on it. A massive hit. Massive little Gatos hit here, hunting down another Gatos fleet. and then the follow up was the bombing. So one shot in stations. You guys can see at this. So this station was 9:06. This station was 11:52. This one is gone. 3 hours and 20 minutes ago. This might have been a 1,000-point station, just one shot by this gunship stack. So team play, I just explained that. The focus of the map, like this server is over. We ended up pushing as the team, getting vision. So right now the vision's kind of lacking, but we pushed this about 2 days ago, and now we have the VP there, and they're bombing and sabotaging everything in sight. No one can move into place. Same thing with the other front that we were at like 4 or 5 days ago. Took warped fobs in here and took and capped this and took this station, and then we're just bombing from this and sabotaging from this. You can see at this location, everything's offline or damaged. All the stargates are damaged. Nothing can fly in here. We're sniping everything. Those positions are lost because unless they coordinate a landing, they're going to trickle in there and get sniped. And then we already have 8 points here, 12 points here, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 points. Those are the 16 points on the map. We're in all 4 sectors, including all 5 test sectors, all 4 of the sides, and then the mid. So server's pretty much over. And my job, like I have, which is my pinned, where my scanners are, is just keeping everything lit up. So right now, like I said, it's lacking. Everything's, the huge war is kind of over. The server's almost over, but we should still be playing. So my job, or my most important job, where was I? This one? Oh, this one is just making sure all of our stations are lit up. We'll keep doing that, and see what else like this. You want the vision so they can't land stations next to our stations. Like land a station here, rush build it, make a gate and land with gunships or a fleet and start hitting us without vision of seeing it flying in. And then overview. So I know that was a long one. There's a lot of timestamps in this one. You new guys getting to this stage of the game where hopefully you guys can all be on this kind of organization and enjoy some kind of win like this. It takes a lot of organization. It takes we can go to the team so you guys can see this. It's actually kind of hard to decipher this, but pretty much every single person in here, every single one of these people had a role. Hammer, sabotage, Atlas, sabotage, hammer, TN, sabotage, Gatos. I think Dips was hammer, Terror, hammer, Scarlito. Whoops, why is it doing this? I don't understand. Hammer. I was Atlas, Sabo, hammer, bomber. So Pret was our only bomber, and Utuin was hammer. So just extreme organization. We'll go to politics. Do this. Go to rankings. And then we'll go to getting Navy points so you guys can see. 226,203. So I'll just go down our team, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 out of 10 spots are us. 226, 203, 203. 168, 160. And then the next 138, 126, 123. and then to our 120, 115, 112, 110, 105, 104. So I'm 17th on the server, and I did not play pretty much for like the first fucking 8 to 10 days. So for me to be able to get number 17 on the server, yes, ST might have quit a few days ago, but the amount of production that they had been making versus what I was making, it's not even close. So me being able to get up to what number, Navy points, 104 is massive for me to even be in like the top 20 of Navy points when like I legit was not doing shit like the first 8 to 10 days. So caught up. I feel good. Like right now, like my guy is just a monster now. So for like I said, for you new guys getting to this point in the game, go watch the rest of the I'll try to organize this better so these episodes hopefully are easy to decipher. So episode 1, this might be episode 5 or 6. We're gonna have timestamps in these, and hopefully you guys enjoy these. Leave me some feedback. Leave me some likes, and maybe in October, the ending of October, I will be able to play one more of these, and you guys might be able to see a Gatos built. Till next time, guys. Appreciate you guys very much. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.